One, two, one, two. Ooh. One, two. Okay, try yours now.
Y'all hear us now? Is my on?
I don't hear yours. One, two, one, two.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Okay, we got sound now. Why is it so? Why is it doing that? All right. Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Oh wow, that took a lot out of me. Hi guys.
That took a lot out of us.
What'd you do? We're good now, right?
We're good.
We're good. Are you guys still hearing echoes?
No more echoes, right? No more feedback.
There's only one way to find out.
I turned it off. I turned mine off actually.
You're still doing it.
We're too close.
All right.
How about we use one mic then?
All right.
Yours looked like it was working.
And yours off.
Okay, put it on here on this side.
How's that, guys?
Go on this side, honey.
Wait.
Okay, put it on here on this side. How's that, guys? Okay, good.
So we'll be using one mic tonight.
Put it here, honey.
Oh, put it for me. Sorry, guys. I don't know what that was about. So we're gonna use one mic.
Oh, he's sweating.
I'm hot. All right, talk to the people. Let me go get a napkin. That got me hot.
Thank you guys so much for joining.
Wait, I have the mic.
Oh, just sit down, babe.
I need a napkin. Sorry, guys. You probably cannot hear Ann. Where? You guys probably they probably cannot hear you because the mic is on me.
I think you guys can hear me, right?
That was ghetto. Oh my god. That was so ghetto. Wow. Sorry, guys.
Plus, we're drinking tea. Actually, guys, you know how normally they'll have cups. I mean, this is our brand cup, but usually there's nothing in it. So we got some tea in here. So it's not just for show. I started to feel like I was coming under the weather.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure I kill it before it gets worse. If you've never tried Emergency, it's a quick concoction. Emergency, ginger, and some honey lemon ginger tea, bro, and some honey and some lemon. Extra honey and lemon, yes. And tomorrow morning, and take some two Tylenol, and tomorrow morning you'll be great.
Yeah, she got me drinking Fay tea. There's actually leaves in here. You cannot see it. I don't want to spill it.
I still see. It's actually called Lugao.
Wow, she got me drinking a tea called Lugao, guys. All right, thank you guys for pulling up.
Some pickles, really?
Ew.
No, don't tell me you really put pickles in your tea.
Nah, fam, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's wild. That's wild. Well, thank you guys for joining us. If you are new here, my name is Irvin's Garcon.
My name is Ann Garcon.
And together we are Love Talks through the Garcon.
Where love speaks.
And we listen. That is our motto. That's what we live by. And that is something that we actually practice. Part of loving is actually listening.
A lot of loving
has to do with listening, hearing what your partner has to say. Because when you listen, it connotes empathy, it connotes care, it connotes passion.
Notes.
Yeah, man.
Let me find out.
So we're going to jump right into it.
I think you need to move closer.
Yeah.
Come move closer.
Okay. We are all off tonight. Oh, yeah. Gersh was joking about that, please. All right, you guys. So thank you for joining us on another Love Talk Tuesday. this is a passion for us, guys. We really enjoy doing this. We really do enjoy spending the time with you guys, discussing some topics that are super, super important in relationship. And if you are a returner, thank you. And if you're a
Welcome.
first time watcher, welcome. And we appreciate all the time that you guys spent.
And we also
spending with
appreciate
us.
the comments. Like,
Yes.
when people are sending like messages in our DMs about how this,
Yeah.
these talks are really helping them. It really
Mhm.
does. It's gratifying. So
Yeah.
thank you guys so much for sharing how it has helped you, how it's helping those who you shared it with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It really does a lot. So
The feedback
it
is
means a
really
lot.
amazing. As you guys are here, if you could just take about 10 seconds real quick and just share this with at least 5 people in your contact, drop it in your WhatsApp group, because this conversation tonight is
Especially the
another good
messy
one.
chat.
The messy
We all got a
chat.
messy chat. Send it to that messy chat.
Not me.
Because they got to come up on here. Send it to the ladies chat and
Yeah.
send it to the fellas chat, especially the ones who are in this. I can do better by myself.
Send it to your family.
Yeah.
Send it to your family members, your cousin and them who was always coming to you about relationship advice that they don't listen to. Hopefully they'll listen to us, because you might have been sharing some really good things with them.
And you could have been saying the same thing.
The same thing that we
said.
saying, but they just are that stubborn and want to do their own thing. And we appreciate you guys. No lie, we really appreciate you guys
Let's get started.
being there with us. All right, we're gonna get started.
Last topic, though.
Go ahead,
Can we
recap.
talk about last week's
Go
topic?
for it. Let me do a little some more
We
sharing.
talked about, and the chat was kind of hot. Especially like when you talk about sex, people always want to just join, right? Because there's just something about it that just really hooks people. But we were talking about what we learned
Or
what
did
we
not
were
learn.
told, as opposed to what we should have been told. And we unpacked
regards to?
sex in regards to
Sex.
yeah. And so we unpacked it and we shared some of the things that we wish we would have known, or we wish we would have been told before we started having it, or because some of us would have waited if we were given more reasons as to why we should have waited, instead of just saying don't do it,
Yeah.
So
Because when you think about when you think about what they call what's it called? Something culture. What was the term that I use?
purity.
Purity culture. Thank you very much. That's why you're my wife. I love you.
Period.
When we talk about purity culture, we never really got the full message about sex. The only thing we were told, we just told not to have it. They made it look like a dirty thing. They made it seem like if you had passion, it was something that is bad.
It was bad. Yeah. Going to hell.
You're going to hell. So that's really all we were told about sex. So I feel like we did a really good job. We, including you guys,
Go back and watch it.
we did a pretty
If you
good
didn't,
job
you
unpacking
missed
it. Yeah,
It was
definitely
really good.
is worth a rewatch on our YouTube channel. If you're there right now, make sure you subscribe while you're there and turn on that notification bell. And if you are on Facebook, it's there too, on the Love Talks with the
And
Garcons
especially
page.
because now that, like, when you go back and you watch it, like, and the conversation that we had, when you know better, you can do better.
You do better.
So with your children, or with the youth that you're leading, or people who are looking up, your mentees,
Yeah.
you now have some more information to share with them.
Right,
All right.
absolutely.
So let's hop into tonight.
So tonight we're gonna have another conversation, and we are gonna be talking about this topic called "Is marriage still worth it?" Is marriage still worth it? So as a married person of how many years?
18.
As a married person of 18 years going 19, is marriage still worth it? And that is the topic we're going to be going tonight.
Dewan.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Dewan. So we're living in a time where right now there's a lot of skepticism about marriage.
Yeah.
Like, people don't want to get married anymore. Marriage has had a bad vibe, a bad taste on people's lips. People are watching every other day somebody's getting divorced. Every other day somebody is falling into some kind of infidelity, which impact their marriage. Hey, Ruthlyn, you have some people who would say that I don't want to get married because why get married when I can cohabitate, right? That's the word, right?
Yeah.
So all of these different things that come along in marriage, that really could make some people sit back and ask, is it all worth it?
And you know what? Like, recently, I've been seeing so many women because usually women are the ones who are ready for marriage, who are ready to like just jump in and be like, where my man at? But I've seen like a number of women, like a rising number of women who are talking about, you know what, I'm good. I can do battle by myself. Woman, she's growing because a lot of it is the male's fault.
Wow.
Because of how unprepared, how unserious, how unrighteous a lot of these men are. They're like, you know what? I'd rather just stick with me and Jesus. I see a lot of women like that now.
That's a very general statement, though, for he's to blame it on the men primarily.
I didn't say. I said a lot of it is on the men.
But what makes you think that? Why the men? Why a lot of it is on the men?
If you think about it, there's so a lot of people agree. So there are women who.
Of course, it's the women. Of course, it's the women.
I don't want to knock the men, right? But if you notice, women are becoming more and more successful.
Okay.
They're getting their stuff together. They have reached this level where they're like, okay, they really don't want to date beneath them, but and I don't think it's like a mentality that I'm better than you, but it's like, okay, what are you coming to the table with? Okay. And I feel like a lot of men are intimidated by women who are really successful. And so they'll stay away from those type of women. But those are the women who really want to settle down and get married. The ones say yes, preach, and it's crazy. A lot of, and I think there needs to be like a clarion call to men to like really get your stuff together. Like it's okay to get a degree. It's okay to like rise up in the whatever ladder you're on. Like it's okay to, not saying it's so, not like they're afraid of it. Yeah. But I don't think a lot of men pursue that. Okay. They just pursue like the bag, and it's not necessarily always like substantial. So are you saying that due to the modern day evolution of women independence, in addition to men not being knuckleheads, marriage is not worth it to a lot of people? Women. I'm talking about women. I'm talking about for women now, because we already know that men don't like to get married. That's some generalization, bro. I'm sorry. Men, there are many men who are just like, it's not for me. Okay. You know that, babe. We don't have to have spoken to all the men in the world to know that. I guess see what we're seeing. But I guess the question still remain, and what we're going to try to unpack tonight. The question is why are these people saying it's no longer worth it, and the reason why they are taking that stance of it not being worth even going down the aisle. See, Gersh's like generalization in all capital letters, because I feel like there is some generalization happening right now. So in 2023, about 50% of U.S. adults were married, down 72% in 1960. In 1960, there's a lot more people getting married. But now in 2023, you have about 50% of people, of adults, who are married, just 50%. And they're predicting that it's going to go lower. And it might go lower. Future. Right. And it also says 1 in 4 millennials say they are unlikely to be married. Unlikely to be married, 1 in 4 millennials. And divorce rates in America is about 40 to 50% of U.S. marriages and in divorce. Gosh, there's no hope. It's an epidemic, y'all. There seems to be no hope. It's insane. Because, and I think people are afraid because of what they've seen. Yeah. Yeah. All they know is what they've seen. You know what I'm saying? And so like, especially when a lot of these marriages are publicized, right, and then you see like, remember that period where like because like we all know like the Hollywood weddings or whatever, marriages, where every single week there was another red line between these couples. Yeah. And it was literally like pushing crazy. Y'all, if we only knew how much the enemy is after marriage, we would know, okay, we would be a little bit smart about what the decisions that we make. And if you're on here, you're not a Christian by the enemy, she's talking about the devil, right? And if you're not a Christian, can we pray for you? No, because that's a good altar call. Because we do believe that marriage was instituted by God.
And so therefore the enemy don't like it. That's what N is referring to as it relates to marriage. So now if you are in the chat right now, especially if you are single, do you still want to get married? Why or why not? So you get a chance to answer the question on either side of the coin. For the single, if you are single, do you still want to get married? Why or why not? Let's have a transparent conversation about that, okay? And if you are married or divorced, what would you tell your younger self about marriage? So we have a two-part question for the single people. Do you still want to get married? Why or why not? For the married people, what would you tell your younger self about marriage? Drop it in the comment. We would love to hear from you guys.
So, Gersh, I'm very curious as to why you wrote the word now.
Yeah, Gershom say I do now. So I guess there was a point
on that.
There was a point when you did not want to get married, right? So as you guys are commenting on that, and as you're coming in, please share this. This is going to be a very, very important conversation that we want to have. So as you're coming in, do share it. But going back to the initial,
what would you tell your younger self?
My younger self, honestly, I think the first thing I probably want to tell myself is accomplish more before you get married. Because as a married person, the responsibilities shift. And it's not a complaint, but I feel like there's certain things I probably would want to be doing as a single person that as a married person I never got a chance to do. You know, my number one thing, I always wanted to live by myself. I've never had a chance to live by myself.
None of us have.
Neither have you.
Neither have I.
Yeah, I went from living with my mother, living with a family when I moved back out of my mom's house from Florida to New York, living with her parents when we got married, and then living with her. So I never really got a chance to be a bachelor and live by myself.
Yeah, I never got a chance, and so I was such a.
I didn't even get to do campus going all the way to college.
Yeah.
So if there's one,
we're squares.
We are a bunch of squares. So
let's.
So I would say
one for a year and go experience it.
So if I'm married now, the one thing I'll probably say to tell my younger self is take some time and just discover you and be you, live by yourself, explore, travel.
Do you feel like it would have changed anything about you?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I probably would have like 7 kids out of wedlock. Just sowing my royal oats.
That would mean.
What about you, Ann? What would you tell your younger self?
I would tell my younger self that I don't even know. I really don't even know.
All right. So as you think,
let me think about that.
As you think, Rosalind said, yes, I love partnership, the connection, and it's amazing to me. So that's one of the reasons why you would still want to get married, right, Rosalind? Can I counter that question and say, can you still get that without marriage? But so you can answer to that. Gersh said, I would tell my younger person that if that person shows you their true color, believe them. Don't brush off or excuse the act. Have that tough convo with them and observe them for sincere and consistent change.
That's good.
The one, though I am married, if I were single, no, I would not want to get married because the dating pool today is filled with pee. Oh, you must have caught that. Did you catch that episode?
Who's to blame?
We did 2 weeks of that dating pool and how it's full of piss. Let's see. Gersh said again, I say now because I dealt with the trauma of my previous marriage. I address the areas in my life that enable certain types of behavior, and I have greatly improved my vetting process and can support the person I'm courting right now. I love that, man.
Good.
Live and learn. There's a lesson. There's a lesson that could be learned, right? Yeah. So yeah, man. So
I really don't know what I would tell my younger self that if I got
because I'm that good. You have that great experience of a husband that there's nothing for you to really tell yourself about marriage because you have a great one.
Oh,
hallelujah.
Yeah, I really, that's a homework that I'm going to have to go back and do for myself because I really want, because I have a young daughter who's, you know what I'm saying, who's growing up.
You have 2 young daughters.
Well, who's closer to marriage than the other. And I'm going to need to, what I share with her, like never lose yourself. know who you are, your value, the value that you bring to the table. Never undermine that. Like that's what I would tell my younger self. Like, never undermine the value that you bring to the table.
That's right. I like that.
Because you are the bomb.com, sis. Period.
I like that. Luan also said, with me being married, I would tell my younger self to take the time to know your partner, to ensure that you both are equally yoked. Do not allow love solely to guide your actions.
I love that.
I was having
Being so blinded with love is insane.
Yeah. I was actually having a conversation with a friend of mine earlier today, and I was telling her, she's in the dating phase. I would say a lot of time when you're courting somebody, use your brain as much as you're using your heart.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes you find yourself falling in love with the person or liking the person, but then as you're realizing there's a lot of the red flags that this person does, a lot of red flags, or a lot of what's what I'm looking for? Not just red flags, but certain things that doesn't match. That is not up to your liking. By that time, since you're not using your brain, your heart is already connected, and sometimes your heart could be deceitful. Right. So it's very important that you're using your brain also in that process and that vetting process. Because a lot of the things that we discover in a marriage, they were already there from the very beginning.
They were.
But we're just not.
We didn't pay attention.
We're not paying attention to it.
Or we brushed it under the rug. Or we thought that marriage would change it.
Yeah.
Marriage doesn't change. It heightens.
It heightens because now you're living with it. You're living whatever that flaw is, right?
I love a story that I saw from someone that I follow. And she was just kind of sharing how she's just so appreciative of her circle.
Okay.
Because her circle allowed her to see things that she didn't see in the relationship that she was in. And everything that they said turned out to be true.
Yeah.
And so she was really grateful that she had people like in her corner, looking out for her. So I would say also having a circle of accountability partners that can really see what you can't see.
Yeah. All right. So what is the case against marriage? What is the case against marriage? Nowadays, that one thing that we are seeing in with marriage, there's a rise of people living together. Cohabitation.
Yeah.
Right. So people are not getting married anymore. You find someone, you meet that person, you move in together. You have a whole family. So what is the point of getting married when we're living together? It's like a whole cultural shift. Right. But I mean, there are some relationships that last very, very long time without marriage. But what is stopping you? I would love to hear from those people who've been together forever.
I mean, now this is a thing.
Then why not just make it official and put a ring on that person's finger?
But this is a thing. There's a difference between worldly marriage and godly marriage, right?
I know you were going to get there.
Relationships and godly relationships. Those who are cohabitating, who are not saved, it's just the thing to do. It's like everybody does. But
I still would want to know, other than the spiritual aspect of it, why not get married? If you're together for that long.
Why get married?
Why not?
Marriage, like people think like it costs mad money. Like, why are we going to spend all this money when we could just save it and do other things like pay bills or go on vacation? So some people are not trying to pay bills. People are just comfortable. Like it's working for them. Like we get along. What if this marriage causes us to
So why would just signing a piece of paper cause us to go from
signing a piece of paper?
No, but what I'm saying is we've been together for 20, 30 years. There's some relationships, some cohabitation situation that is that long. So what would signing a paper, making it official, how would that mess up 20, 30 years of us being together?
Because I think it binds them now. It's like a contract. They feel like it's a contract that binds them. It's like, now I'll be stuck if I sign this paper. Right now, I can just get up and leave because I don't have any real commitment to you.
Yeah.
That I'm just speaking for, I don't know what they think.
But that in itself is a problem, right? Because when you start seeing marriage as a contract versus an alliance, a covenant, therein lies a problem, because then you're putting so much chore on it. There's this sense of obligation versus a joining of two people or two entities, right? And so it's super important that we are also looking at that. There's a lot of delayed marriages now. Ann and I, we were 25 and 24 respectively when we got married. That's young.
Yeah.
That is mad young thinking about it. Like 24, I was 24 about to be 25. She was 25 about to be 26.
Yeah.
Right? So she was rocking the cradle. She's a cougar. She's an older woman. But now the average age for marriage is like 30s,
Yeah.
mid 30s, 40s. And so that's also something to look at. And also, again, like we said before, with the cohabitation, people are normalizing long-term partnerships without marriage, right? And so it's crazy. Yeah, Duan, we were babies, and now we are almost 20 years later, and we are still here kicking it. Praise God. Amen.
God, oh.
Praise God. Oh,
Check out my single.
she get on my nerves, but I love her. Right? There's also the economic pressure that come along with getting married. Nowadays, too, people do these extravagant wedding ceremonies that people feel the need to live up to. If you speak to some couples, they will tell you we don't have the money to get married. Money as it relates to for a wedding, because you can't just do anything.
You can't just do anything these days.
It's crazy to me.
It's insane. Like it's beautiful. Like you get a lot of likes and stuff, but then you're with your husband now, and like hopefully y'all in a pretty nice house or at least a nice apartment, and you know what I'm saying, like where you can lay your head.
Yeah.
Because you spent all this money into this extravagant. Like even the baby showers these days, it's like
it's crazy. No offense, a bunch of baby showers, but not many bridal showers. A lot of baby showers, not a lot of bridal showers.
Yeah, so true.
And guys, I'm sorry. I was raised with a single parent. My mom raised me. I think my mom is still on here. If you're still here, mommy, say hi. But nothing. I don't want to say it that way because it's going to sound generalized and downgrading, but it's a beautiful thing coming from a two-parent household, a healthy two-parent household, right? But what we are seeing right now, and again, it's no judgment on anybody, there's a lot more bridal baby showers than there are bridal showers, right? Uthlin said she was married at 23. She was 23 and she got married. You're a baby. You're a baby and divorced by 32. Why would you tell your 23-year-old self?
I already said it. Go up.
She did?
I would say to my young self, right up.
Oh, right there. Okay. Listen to God, wait on the Lord, focus on your goals, and don't take risk. I would say lead with logic and not feelings. Yes, this, and not necessarily just that. Very, very important. Very good. So these are the economic pressures. You have people who also get married due to religious pressure. So that also taint and create a case against marriage. It's crazy to me. I never was a fan of growing up in churches. Let's say, God forbid, or God willing, well, not God willing, but it's a blessing having kids. The young girl get pregnant in the church. The young couple get pregnant. Automatically, what they want them to do?
Get married.
Get married.
Oh, I hate it now.
Right? So they're getting married. They are unprepared emotionally, very young. And so you create a bad taste, you leave a bad taste against marriage in those people's mouths, right? Then you have some people who are prioritizing careers.
Yeah.
Right? They're prioritizing careers over getting married. And then next thing you know, they blank. They realize, oh, dang, I'm 41 now. There you go. Thank you for sharing that with them. Her marriage was arranged.
Oh.
Her marriage was arranged. I would love to hear more about this story another time. What kind of arrangement was it? Green card?
She should come on.
Yeah. Was it green card? Was it, you're in the youth choir. Here's a husband that's also directing the men ministry.
Oh, God.
That happens to, oh man, the whole church, let's fix you up because you're a leader. That's a turnoff also for marriage because people look down the line like, oh man, why did I do this? Why did I do that? Right? You have also another societal thing when it comes to marriage for the case against marriage. there's this idea about marital roles. What does that look like? Now that I get married as a woman, am I going to be subservient to a man?
And there are a lot of women these days that are just like, I'm not the typical housewife. Like, I don't like to cook, or I don't even know how to cook, so I'm not going to be cooking for you if that's what you expect.
Right.
I don't do dishes. Like, they just don't.
Yeah.
And if they have the money, they'll hire the help. You know what I'm saying? So like, a lot of women are like, okay, if I'm expected to do these things, I'll just opt out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's the roles are changing. Like, marital roles are changing. Long ago, it used to be, the woman or the wife stays home, raises the kid, is the housemaker, and then the husband goes out and makes the money, right? But these days, it's completely changed. You'll have men staying home while the wives are out there in corporate. You know what I'm saying? So like, you have to really make it what it is for you. Find the formula
that works for you.
That works for you.
Yeah, and there's also this idea of this notion of a loss of freedom when you get married. So these are all cases against marriage, right? Loss of freedom, gender role stress, focusing on career.
Yeah.
The church forcing people to get married because of a pregnancy or something else, the pressure of that. We have the rise of cohabitation, delayed marriage. So all of the normalization of long-term relationship without a commitment, without a marriage. So these are all things that goes against messages that go against marriage. It makes you ask the question, is it worth it? Right. And then you have a whole bunch of myths about marriage too. When you get married, you have less sex. Married people have less sex than single people.
What say you?
No, married people with kids have less sex. Married people with kids have less sex than singles.
We be tired.
Yeah, as a Christian, you should be having sex as a single anyway.
Right.
But that's not the point, right? Ruthlyn gave us some clarity that her marriage is best friends. So best friends agreed for their children to get married in the church. Oh my God. Was there any love, attraction, anything like that, Ruthlyn?
I mean, you were married for, how long is that? 23,
That's
32?
crazy. That's crazy.
Almost 11.
The one, when did you see you at the gala? I think I sent you a personal message. We haven't seen you since the first gala. We don't want to see you, girl.
People in my church have been trying to get me to marry someone since 2013.
Wow.
You said what? A pastor's not supposed to be single.
Hey. Girl, you're a pastor, right?
Yes, he's a pastor.
He's a pastor, yes.
I mean,
don't let that be the pressure, Pastor.
But get yourself a first lady.
Yeah.
Because she's gonna help you resist.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of skirts.
Ruthlyn ended up with 4 of her babies through that marriage, and
they were the best part.
That's the best part of it. That's what's up. That's great.
I wanted to share that there are a lot of people who are just not willing to put up with the bull. Okay? And when I say that, we all come with bull. Okay? We all come with some type of baggage. We all come with flaws. But these days, people are just not willing to deal with it. People are just not willing to, they're just not willing anymore.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. Marriage, you ever heard of the said marriage is not necessarily supposed to make you happy. It's supposed to make you holy.
Okay, I don't like it, but
why? Do you know how much I have to change to be with you? Do you know how much of killing my flesh?
You actually gotta make the case against marriage now, bro.
No. I'm not making it against. I'm showing that what it's doing is purifying me. This is a case for me.
All right, Duan, I stand corrected. We've had 12 of them, so 2 out of 12. Let's go. We want to see you.
What it's doing, babe, right? It's purifying us because it's making us purge all the negativity that we would like to just display on a daily basis. We're petty, right? But we're not going to do it because we respect the person that we're with. And we're listening to God, and God is telling us what to do, right? He's leading us in this marriage. So like a lot of people are just not willing to deal with that anymore. They're like, you know what?
It's crazy.
He's a jerk. I'm not going to deal with him. I'd rather do bad all by myself.
Listening with like some clarity. I know that was in your quote, but can you expound on this? Is that what you said? When you say,
I didn't make it up. I've heard it and I can understand what the person said.
Explain it.
Marriage is not to make you happy. It's to make you holy. Okay.
Holy, Holy.
Holy.
Nah, bro. That's not getting married. So for not to get married or burn type of theology.
No. What that means is you have to deny yourself on a daily basis.
Okay. That whole like Jesus loved the church type of thing.
Sacrifice, like the sacrifice.
I don't like the words though. The words sound weird. To make you holy and not happy. No, I don't like it.
I didn't make it up, but I know you understand what it there's truth to it, right? It's not that you won't be happy in your marriage, right? Yeah. But that's not the main purpose of it.
It's a perfect example somebody trying to be deep with their quotes and they start drowning.
No, but you get it though. Yeah. Like it's making you more like Christ. Like the amount of forgiveness that you have to do, the amount of grace you have to extend, right? The amount of love that you have to put out, even on the days that you don't feel like it. Like,
I'm gonna say something sacrilegious. I'm gonna get in trouble.
How about say it in my ear first?
Choose better than Jesus, guys. Jesus picked a harlot in the church. All right, Jesus' bride, we hoes. We cheat on him every day, right? We make him hurt. We deny him every single day. Oh, I'm not married. I'm not saved. Right? So let's be, forgive me, Lord. We cheat on him. Let's be better in picking our bride than Jesus did. Right? But that sounds so sacrilegious, but you guys get the point I'm making.
I mean, no greater love. There's
no greater love. No greater love.
Have the greatest love.
Man.
But at the same time, we have to know that, like, even in marriage, like you have to face accountability. A lot of people are not ready for that. Like when you look at your person will tell you who you are. And some people don't want to hear who they really are. He's the closest person to me. So he knows my deepest flaws. Like I know his deepest flaws. I will call him out. Does he like it? No, but that's what I'm here for, to make him better. That's what he's here for, to make me better. And a lot of people are not willing to go through that.
Yeah. I want to unpack what Gersh said real quick. We are responsible for our own happiness. We hear that a lot of times in marriage relationship. I'm not here to make you happy, and you are responsible for your own happiness. I think it's a catch-22 with that statement, and I think it depends on how we interpret that statement, right? So I didn't prepare for this. I'm going to shoot off the cuff. I understand the statement because you have to bring a certain things in the marriage. You cannot expect your happiness to be reliant on somebody else to fulfill it. But at the same time, as it relates to a marriage, if the situation is not conducive for happiness, it's toxic, the person cannot just be happy in a marriage where it's toxic. So we do have a responsibility towards each other to create an environment where happiness can thrive, because someone can come in a relationship or marriage happy, but the person that you're partnered with is a jerk, is an a-hole, is this, that, and the third, then that will impact your happiness no matter how happy you want to be.
So you can't make me happy, but you can help my happy.
I could contribute to it or be a detriment to it. Right. So it's a matter of what it is that you're doing in that relationship to maintain that happiness. Most of the time when I hear that statement, Gersh, it has to do with people coming in a relationship expecting your partner to make you fulfill, to make you whole, to make you complete. You should come in with all those things already done for you, and you just contributing to your situation instead of expecting that person to be your source of happiness, to be your source of contentment. You're both contributing to the marriage to make the marriage happy. If the marriage is happy, then you're both happy by default. If that makes sense. You got anything to add to that? Because I just shot that off the top of my head.
I agree. I totally agree too, Gersh. Though we were made in God's likeness, we fall short of the glory every day. We are flawed.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Two flawed individuals coming together to try to make an unflawed masterpiece, right?
Anderson Irv talking that talk. Thank you, bro.
It takes work, but and like I said, there are some people who are not willing to go through that work.
Yeah.
People don't like to hear about themselves.
Yeah. And that's the thing. That can also be a case against marriage. The fact that you have to put work in it.
Yeah. They don't want to.
They don't want to work.
Like,
People are so selfish.
I'd rather just live
by myself.
By myself.
I can do battle by myself.
I can listen. I can do whatever I need to do.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So like people are just not willing sometimes.
Yeah. Gersh said, I was speaking from my perspective. An experience of burning myself out and turning every stone I could to make a woman happy that was not ready to be happy. She could not receive my good deeds because she was not happy with herself. Yeah. So no amount of service and proactive work I provided was able to penetrate her heart. She later apologized, partially 18 years later. Wow, that's tough, man. Thank you for the transparency. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah,
absolutely. She has to come in already fulfilled and happy.
And I love that.
And there might have been work. There might have been things she needs to work on herself. Yeah. Before even getting into marriage in the first place, If I may ask, Gersh, how old were you guys? You could just comment that and let us know how old you guys were. Yeah. Right? So now the case for marriage, partnership is a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing. And not just any kind of partnership, but a committed partnership. Mm. You don't have a committed partnership outside of marriage.
What makes it beautiful to you?
Listen, my wife builds me up. My confidence as an adult, I wasn't a very confident person as a young kid. I hated my nose. I didn't have a lot of woe is me self-esteem issues per se, but that is something I will always be doing this, like trying to thank my nose. I was born in Haiti. I didn't have a lot of gear. I didn't have none of that stuff, but Anne really did a really great job in building up my self-confidence. Right. And so that's a great thing. That partnership, and because of the partnership, that helped me a whole lot, and showed me a lot of love and affection. It was weird at first. I couldn't receive it. I didn't know how to receive. I love you. Oh, can't wait to see you again. Oh my God, I don't know what I would do without you in my life. Oh, I was so incomplete without you.
I did not say all that.
Yo, she was on my job.
Don't even do that.
Yo, fam, shorty was on my job, bro. Right? But what I could have done is I could have taken advantage of that level of affection, but I embraced it, and it made me a better person today.
So, mommy, y'all.
Facebook cannot see Instagram, but Anderson says also looking at yourself. What Gersh stated sounded a lot like people pleasing, which means you aren't fulfilling yourself. That's a good point too. Man, there has to be mutuality in these relationships, man. There has to be mutuality. There has to be a give and take. There definitely has to be, there's duality in it. It cannot just be one person always giving. It's supposed to be give and take in a marriage, right? And so, I would say partnership is one great case for marriage. Having a thought partner, someone who's going to make you better, is going to build you up, are all great things. Look, study
who gets to like celebrate every milestone with you, not just like your friends. Yeah. I know you have friends and you got a squad and you got a crew, whatever. But having a person, your person, to be there, it lessens loneliness. Like further on down the line in your adult, you get to grow together, not only go through but grow through things together. So it's not only that, there are some health benefits to marriage.
That's true.
They say that married people tend to live longer.
Unless it kills you.
Report better mental health. Did you guys know that?
And we don't want to generalize, but in a marriage, I would say let's add the keyword in a happy marriage. Daddy. Yes? Can I get a water, please? Yes, you can. Come here. Sorry, guys. We have a interrupter. Come and say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Look in the camera and say hi.
Hi.
You should be asleep. I don't know why you smell like my cologne. Say hi. Everybody say hi, Bailey. So she get out of here.
Hey, I want water.
Okay, go
get your water.
Get some water.
Why would she send her down while we're streaming? Sorry, guys. The toddler pulled up on us.
I'm scared.
Your sister's gonna come. I'm sorry, guys.
Let me go.
I'm sorry. Your sister's gonna come and help you.
Let me go.
Oh my God, you guys! Apologize. Bailey, somebody say hi, Bailey. You see it on the screen?
Just say hi.
Just say hi
I
back.
dropped your phone. Oh, hi.
Okay, now go away.
Hey, I need water.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Tell me I got water.
Sorry, y'all. Parenting duty.
I'm ready. Get the water.
Thank
with
you.
me. Can you get the water with me?
Can you talk to the people? I'll be back. I'm getting some water. Get her out of here.
Okay.
My apologies, guys.
So, Melly realizes now she's running down.
Okay, the older sister's coming. The babysitter's coming.
Really, sis?
I want some water.
But why though?
All right.
Anyway, sorry guys.
So okay, so yeah, so they say married people tend to live longer and have better mental health. A Harvard study said that strong relationships are key to long-term happiness.
Strong relationships.
And in a Christian regard, long-term holiness.
Right. but again, this goes back to our point before. A strong relationship don't just happen. A strong marriage don't just happen.
It's created.
It requires work. It is created. It takes selflessness. It takes a give and take. It takes so much things. But we are so selfish nowadays.
It takes really listening.
Nobody want to deal with that anymore.
Nobody wants to listen. Nobody wants to listen and take accountability. Nobody wants to do like change. No one wants to change or adjust. People, we are so in this all about me type of era where people are just like they're very prideful.
Yeah.
They're very egotistical and focused on self.
Right.
But like we grow in community, y'all. Like marriage is a community.
Yeah.
Right. We grow together. I'm not the same person that I was 19 years ago.
Yeah.
I've evolved so much because of him.
Yeah.
You know, like I've had to change because of him.
Yeah. And
it's made me a better person because I'm listening to God and God is telling me, okay, put up with this fool.
Yeah. The fool.
He said, yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
So you were listening.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And listen, and it sounds like a chore. All of these things we're talking about to make a healthy marriage or a great marriage. But the benefit of it, the payoff, is such a beautiful thing. It's such a beautiful thing. Doesn't mean that every day is going to be sunny. Doesn't mean that every day is going to be rosy, that everything's going to be A-okay. But having a person next to you, like Duan said earlier, it's ghetto out here now. It is so ghetto, right? The way things are outside right now, listen, I'm not making a settling statement because I really love my wife. I do really enjoy my marriage. I ain't trying to leave this to go outside.
So if outside was good, you would go?
Probably. Right? So there are...
Take it back.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Right? And so I think we have to be able to look at the marriage, like I said earlier, I mentioned this before, you have to look at your marriage as a alliance, a covenant that you're making with somebody else. And it's a beautiful thing. And it teaches you sacrifice, as Ann was mentioning before. It teaches you how to love, how to really be tolerant of people. There's a lot of lessons to learn through a marriage that alone that you don't really develop those particular skills, right? Somebody to grow old with, somebody to build with, legacy. Like one of the journeys that Ann and I are on right now is we are building Garcons Collective Ventures, which is the umbrella of everything that we do, from her music to what we do in a relationship, to what I do as a host, and to everything as her as an author, and just to see us to come together having these meetings and build those things together. Somebody support you, somebody can support you. It is actually a really, really beautiful thing. So these are all different cases for marriage.
Not only that,
let's not forget about the financial stability.
Right, bro, you like I ain't gotta pay my bills.
And doesn't pay bills.
I never had to pay bills when I was living by myself, and I never got to live by myself to learn how to pay bills. So I came to you, and you just took over.
She went from her father paying her bills. No, it's drip of dad or your mom.
I went from my daddy paying my bills to my zaddy.
Wow.
Paying my bills.
I think I put to the test last time. Who are our?
Don't do it now, bro. They can go back and catch that live.
I asked, and who are our creditors, and who are our things, the bills that we pay. She couldn't. She named like two things. She knew the mortgage. She don't even know the name. What's the name of the mortgage company?
Don't do that. PenFed.
PenFed is not the name of our mortgage company.
It is PenFed.
No, that's our HELOC.
Oh.
Who give us a light, man? Who's our power company?
Con Ed.
Ooh. Who's our gas company?
That thing, hey, come on. I know. I know it.
The thing she ain't got to worry about as a married woman, right?
I know it, though. I really do. Wait, why is it escaping me?
National Grid, bro.
National Grid. I knew it.
The one, it must grow. Like with Michael and I have found that we laugh with each other more. We find the funny in each other, in ourselves, and it's pleasurable. You become more comfortable with being more of your authentic selves without judgment. We listen and don't judge. And I love that for us. And I love that for you guys too. Right? Ann and I, we are the biggest gossip partners in the world. We talk about everybody.
Eating each other.
And we listen. The gossip that we do against about people.
It's not gossip. It's pillow talk. That's what it's called. It's not gossip.
Yo, she wildin', yo. Why she thought this was gonna work? This is whack, boo. Why you let her do that? Right? It's a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing, man. All right.
Am I your best friend?
We had this question a long time ago.
Answer it now. It's a couple years later.
I think yes, you are. I think a couple years ago I said I didn't have any best friend. At that time, it wasn't the case for you. I wasn't your best friend.
You're still not.
Wow, I'm not. Am I your best friend now?
I think you are.
Yes, I don't even know what the heck is a best friend anyway.
Me.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So,
but it's not necessary. Like your partner does not have to be your best friend. Mm. It just so happens that I think we are. Yeah. It's so cool. It just so happens, but you don't have to be your partner's best friend, because I know some people are against that or whatever.
So when we ask the question, is marriage worth it? I think it depends on your definition of worth. For me, it is very much worth it. It is very much worth it. I enjoy the partnership. I enjoy what we have. I enjoy our children, our parenting.
I think say that.
I think
he enjoys his kids more than the marriage.
Stop it.
How about that?
I enjoy the time that we get to spend together. Sometimes we don't even do anything. We just chill. I enjoy every single aspect of it. I enjoy someone to make me a better person. I am super petty. I am
for the people in the back.
I am super petty. I own it. But Ann is the kind of person that helped me to de-escalate, to see things in a better way. And vice versa. I help her to be a little bit more petty, because then it protects. It's a protecting tool to be petty, so you don't expose yourself to being taken advantage of, for lack of better terms, right? So
it's a pretty good balance.
It's a good balance. So it depends on, to me, I would say yes, it is, but it all depends on what the individual person's definition of worth is.
I say yes.
Yeah.
Type it in the chat.
So,
do you think
is marriage still worth it? Whether you're married now, you've been married, you're single, is marriage still worth it? Right? So you could type in the chat, let us know what your stance is on it, because marriage as itself is not just the goal to be married, but the goal is in building a partnership, is building a healthy and holistic partnership. And it's a beautiful journey, guys. It is a beautiful journey.
And if you're really supposed to work on it. This is going to be another live that we're going to actually go into. And if you're not in a healthy place, like, don't stay quiet about it. Like, find where you can get healthy. Like, when you're sick, what do? You go to the doctor, right? So if your marriage is sick, don't be quiet about it. It won't get better.
Yeah.
Unless you find that was that what they call medicama.
The recipe, the antidote or something like that. Yeah. And also it's very important for us to understand that marriage comes with problems. It's inevitable, but there are levels to it. There are levels to it. Depending on the type of work that you put in, there's levels to kind of issues you might have in your marriage. Because then what that does is it reveals the need for tools. It reveals the need for who you are. It reveals the need for you to fight for this thing. So it's actually a beautiful thing in that particular component as well. Because we don't just paint a rosy thing or, you know, two income.
Marriage
You
is not
love each other.
It's not easy.
It's not. You're smashing every single day and all that. But it's worth it again.
Why?
Huh?
That's a lie.
You know, I'm gonna try to see what happened tonight.
Yeah.
Cause sis has been sick the past couple of days.
Well,
Yeah, but you know, you ain't gotta move. Stay there. Let me do my thing. We spoke about that last week. Sometimes sometimes sex is just about you laying there and let your partner do their thing. You know,
that's marriage.
that's marriage. There's time where I just lay there and let you do your thing.
Never. Never.
I'm always an active participant, unlike somebody over here. All right. I have a quote here for you guys. Marriage is not about finding the right person. It's about being the right person.
Period.
It's not about finding the right person, but it's about being the right person for each other. Again,
Being the right person for your person. Like, if you know that you can do something better,
Yeah.
don't wait for your person to tell you that you need to do that better.
Fact.
Do it. Just better yourself. Always be on a type of what do they call it? Self what? Honey, what do they call it?
Exploration?
Not self exploration. Forget it. Better yourself. You know, watch is gonna come to me when we click goodbye. Yeah, better yourself. If you know there's something that you can do to be better, just do it. It's going to benefit your marriage.
I like that. A lot of time, I think what happened in marriage and relationship, people don't look at themselves.
They don't.
They look at the other person. They look at the partner first.
And you try to tell me what I need to fix, Nick.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ooh.
bro.
All right, sister minister. All right, sister minister.
Go do what you need to do. Look at yourself.
Listen, if every relationship that you've been in is the same problem, you might be
self-improvement. Thank you.
If every relationship that you've been in is the same problem, you might be the problem.
Yeah.
It's very important to look at yourselves and grow. And I think that's one area I do a lot. I'm always self-reflecting.
Are you?
I do. But I'll be asking you, was I bugging for this? The things that pertain to me as a husband, I keep to myself. I'm always processing it. The things that pertain to other people, I always come to you with it. I don't come with you with the things about that pertain to me being a better person.
Why not?
Because I'm working on it so I could be that for you.
Why don't you tell me so I can notice that work is being done?
Wow. Always find a way. You always find a way.
You don't think that'd be nice? You think that would be helpful for me?
Well, anyway, marriage is not about...
That was a real question.
Marriage is not about finding the right person. It's about being the right person, because marriage works when both people are willing to work on themselves. There has to be work on the individual to make the whole marriage work, right? So super important. All right, we're doing good, right? So now, is marriage worth it? You guys are not commenting. I don't think they were commenting.
So. Yeah, I don't think I saw anybody.
Either we missed it or not, but marriage is definitely worth it, right?
Put that up.
What?
The ones.
Wow.
All my issues are hubby. Girl, I thought I was the only one. I thought I was the only one. All my issues are your fault, bro.
All my issues are my hubby's fault. Her hubby's fault is her. You are my fault. You are my fault. No, guys, but we are living in a day and age where that question is being asked. And the thing about it is, marriages are not happening anymore. Kids are not having the two parent home. Yeah. People are not putting the work that it requires to get to build these relationships. We have become so selfish that we cannot think about what will make the whole work. And when we talk about not being selfish in the marriage, especially in our case, I'm not catering just simply to Anne because she's my wife. So I'm not selfish. I do the things that she wants me to do, or vice versa. We are forgetting ourselves to do what the marriage needs. Right? I think that's a mindset we need to be having. I'm not becoming selfless for that person by becoming selfless for my unit, for my marriage. And the more and if both people have that mindset, it could be a very, very beautiful thing, right? And so it's very important for us to have that thing. What's that? Yeah, thank you, brother. And so yeah, we about to wrap this thing up. Just a quick. Tonight wasn't super long, about a hour, but we want to give you guys some summary points. A marriage is always evolving.
Yeah.
Your marriage is gonna evolve. The other day, En's wanted to start problem with me. She wanted to start problem with me the other day because she said something that really pissed me off. She had the audacity and nerve to say, "Babe, I think my love language is changing again." What the hell?
What the hell?
What the hell?
What the hell?
How many times in 20 years is your love language is going to change?
I'm evolving.
This is my fault right there. This is what I'm talking about. You just want to start a problem. I think my love language is changing. And I walked away. I didn't even engage in that conversation.
I believe that if it
where is it changed now to?
I don't know. I think it's all of them now. What is it now?
It's still words of affirmation if it's physical touch.
I think it's more physical touch now. I think I don't need any more affirmation from you.
But my problem with you is you don't like me to touch you the way I touch you.
But I need it to be the way I need it.
Physical touch. I try to grab them titties and
I
it's a
don't
problem.
want that.
That's what I want.
Yeah, I'm very in this physical touch type of mode where I think I need that all the time now. So and it doesn't have to be a sexual touch.
A woman has a right to change her mind.
I do have the right. And so, yeah.
I've been the same forever.
It's not my fault. So
I've been acts of service since you met me. I've never changed. I need you to stop changing. Thank God it's only 5 of them, because I can't go through that list of you just wanting to change every other day.
Everyone has a right to change. And guess what? You will change.
Yeah, okay.
You will grow. There will be needs that will change, desires that will change. And I love this what we kind of talked about as far as regret in marriage, right? Mm. People don't necessarily regret marriage. They regret marrying unprepared. Or they regret marrying the wrong person. So it's not the marriage that they regret, right? Yeah. It's the person that was...
Or being unprepared.
Right? So those of you who are not married yet, you really want to take the time to not play the field, but to really collect as much information that you can on the person that you're pursuing, so that you don't regret it later.
I think it's also very important for you not to try to make somebody else's story your story also, right? Because those particular individuals whose marriage hasn't worked, that has caused people to start asking, is it worth it? You have to really wonder and ask yourself the question, what were their level of intentionality in their marriage, right? Mm-hmm. So marriage is worth it when it's coming from a place where your actions coming from a place of intentionality for what you want to build, and not just tradition, not just what you're used to, not just other people's experiences. So super, super imperative that you are putting in the work that is really, really required. And I think that's the only reason why people feel like it's not worth it. A lot of it is, I don't want to have to deal with another individual. Not realizing, dealing with the right individual, how great that payoff is at the end. Right, so it's super important.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
marriage was built to last.
Yeah, marriage was built to last.
Gala.
Yeah, so that's all we had for you guys tonight. I hope that you guys enjoy it.
Nobody responded. Is marriage still worth it?
DM us. Send us a message. Send us a message.
Simply a yes or no, bros.
Send us a message and let us know if you feel that marriage is still worth it. Because our answer is we believe that it does. We believe that it does. does.
It does worth it?
Yeah, it is worth it. It is
is.
worth it. Right. And so on that note, we bid you good night. Quick
It is
announcement.
worth it. Yes.
Yes,
Why?
yes. On that note, we bid you guys farewell. We are closing registration out for our gala that's coming up on Friday, June 27th. This weekend is the deadline to register. So if you know anybody that is married or engaged, we would love to have them. All the information is on the flyer, and people are able to register at bit. Let me just put it here in the chat.
Go to dummy.
You can register right here.
Y'all, it's a movie. Okay.
Yeah, we have a great time in
We
that.
have an amazing time.
Duan has been to two of them, Duan. You could testify how much fun you've had in the past galas. But we are closing registration for sure by this weekend, by this Friday. So be sure to register. And yeah, or send it to somebody, a person or a couple who was engaged or married. For our singles people, we are working on an event for you guys. Stay tuned for that information. There's just a lot to try to juggle at the same time. We want to give you guys a quality event, so we want to ensure that whatever we're doing has our full attention. But our singles, be on the lookout for your own event. And
Remember,
we're gonna have a good time.
couples gala is for engaged and married. I don't know if you shared that.
Yes,
So,
I did.
If you don't know, so sorry, baby. If you do know someone that would like to be there, send them the flyer. We have until Friday to close out registration. We have a good number of people. We have a few spots left. And like I said, we're excited about it. It's really a beautiful time.
Yes.
We do a vow renewal at the end where we just remind ourselves of why we said yes in the first place. We made it another year, bro.
Duan say, "Wow, it's how time." Yeah, Duan knows there was a time where this gala was like $150.
Yeah.
But shout out to Trump, inflation.
Everything is so expensive.
Everything is more expensive.
That's just cheap. We could have made
this
it.
catering, between that and entertainment and giveaways, we had no choice. We had to roll with the punches, right? Payment plans are available.
Yeah.
If you make your deposit by this Friday, we could work with you in terms of the remaining time on how we could pay off the rest, right? But the dope thing about this gala is we get together, we have fun, we
network.
You find a couple besties.
Yeah.
And at the end of the night, one of the dopest part, one of the highlights is a vow renewal. Some people have come to the gala and it's usually like their first wedding reception because they probably got married at the court. So we have all those testimonies. Some people have used it as an anniversary gift, birthday gift, just to come out and celebrate. So we're expecting the same this time around. So make sure you guys register and we can have we're gonna have a great time together. All right. On that note, we're about to go.
Thanks for joining.
She's about to go lay down and let me do my thing. Yes, say yes or no. So they could ask me next week if you let me do my thing. I need witnesses.
Ask me next week.
I need witnesses. On that note, guys, thank you for joining us. We love you. We appreciate you.
Once again, my name is Ian Garcon.
This is Irv Gotti, Irvin's Garcon with a shoddy, and we are Love Talks with the Garcons.
We love speaks.
And we listen. Peace out.
Hey, y'all.
Yes. Share the replay.